Jesus, thank you for your unconditional love for us. Thank you for forging the best path for us to follow to your heart. Have mercy on us, Jesus, as mercy is your name. Please strengthen us to continue on the plan and will you have for us. And forgive us when we fall short of your glory. Amen. Jesus, what did you want to share with us today? Jesus began speaking. Let's talk about your true inner nature and how that's revealed in your life. Most people don't realize this, but there's a sort of system process that each person has on this earth. It's their internal system, and every aspect of their life flows through this system. You can think of it as a computer internal system with a hard drive that has so many components that help the computer to flow efficiently. Before the computer is sold to an actual person, it's a blank slate, having not been manipulated to operate in any other way than it was designed. But once it becomes the conscious property of another person, it now has the opportunity to be changed to conform to the person's needs. A computer never works as good as it did before it was put in the hands of a person that's using it, and the person has some knowledge of how it should work to flow smoothly. But due to their desires, it downloads program after program, and over time, the computer's internal system looks a lot different. There are some programs that are good to download to provide pertinent knowledge and skill to the person. But the moment a bad program is downloaded, it slowly ruins the internal system, which you know as a virus. How does this relate to your inner nature? When I created you, you were born into this world with a blank slate and had no contamination from the world. But once you came into consciousness of yourself, that you were able to make your own decisions and began to show parts of your inner nature. Now, this doesn't just include the decisions you make outwardly, but it is really composed of what's in your heart during those moments. So many people make bad decisions and assume that their true nature is an evil one, but this isn't always the case. And it's not how I totally judge things. I'm not a man, so the way I see things is not how a normal human would see them. Yes, there are people who have true natures that are more geared towards evil, and that's because they've chosen to be that way. But there are others who even though they appear to be evil on the outside, their hearts are far from that on the inside, and whatever outside circumstances they face have led them to act in a certain way. The same goes for a person who appears to be and acts good on the outside, but in their hearts are total darkness. It all depends on what you allow into your internal system and what you allow to affect and change you. You don't realize that in being more in tune with me and closer to my heart, I will lead you to delete those programs from your internal system before they bring about a virus to your heart. You have the ability to remove things from your life that shouldn't be there, that lead you to be something that you're not. Don't allow the influence and opinions of others to cause you to assume an image that doesn't fit you. I would much rather you be yourself, whether for good or evil, than to pretend, because you can only pretend for so long before your true inner nature begins to show itself. Spend time reflecting on this and asking me to reveal more of your true inner nature so that we can begin the process of moving forward in whatever way you choose. I'll offer guidance as long as you want it, and if you don't, I will remove myself because I'll never force anything on you. I just want my children to be aware of themselves at all times and recognize how every day should be a day towards holiness and sanctification. You didn't arrive there when you got saved, but you began the journey. The journey continues as long as you will it. And that was the end of Jesus' message. So here, Jesus is just really challenging us to look into the deep parts of ourselves. And he's teaching us how we can really begin to assess our true inner nature. And he's telling us of how it reveals itself throughout our lives based on the decisions that we make, based on the directions that we go, that we choose. Remember, we always are the ones that are choosing which direction we go. And this whole journey of life, this whole journey of human life on earth is God leading us to his heart, but he gives us the choice to allow him to be our GPS. That's really the best way I can put it. He is in a position where he wants to be our GPS, but we have to choose to accept his leadership and accept that he will lead us in the right direction, and he won't take us to a place that's a complete dead end. But everywhere that he leads us is going to be a place that will take us further and further into the future that he has laid out for us. So I pray that you will find some encouragement through this, that you will seek God all the more about how to know more about your true inner nature. And of course, you will not know everything in this life, but I do believe that God will give us some insight. But we really have to seek him. We have to humble ourselves and be willing to obey and make whatever changes are necessary when he does reveal these things to us. And I know that it will bring so much insight, and it will help us to go closer to his heart. And that's what he wants. That's what this channel is about really speaking Jesus' heart and listening to the words and the instruction that he gives us that will lead us to his heart and away from the world, away from the grasp of the world. And that's what this is. So I pray that you will be encouraged by this word from Jesus. I pray that you will seek him all the more. Thank you so much for listening, and God bless you.